You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
Welcome back to Empire of Rust, the one, the only Transformers RPG podcast. I'll keep the intro brief so you can get right into the action. If you're enjoying the podcast, please head on over to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and there you will find links to support us on Patreon or PayPal, whatever your preference is. Be sure to tell them the Empire of Rust sent ya. Talk with all of us on the Transmissions Discord server. Go ahead and head over to the Empire of Rust channel. All of us are very friendly and will certainly say hi. Alright, Wildstrike's back, Rex is back home. Welcome to episode 36, an S.O.S. to the world.
I don't think anyone would be upset about that. They'd probably be like, oh, it's Rex.
Well, they might. I mean, he actually had fans, you know.
Yeah.
People actually cared about him.
I mean, to be fair, he was half the party.
True. I do feel quite diminished now that he's left.
It's so much easier managing Roll20.
Right?
And we're so much more productive. Not.
Let's just get right back into it.
Indeed.
Wildstrike, you excited?
Yes, I am.
And he just can't hide it.
Yeah.
Maybe about to lose control.
Whoa, hey, put your pants back on.
I think he likes it.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Empire of Rust, your one true Transformers podcast. And the only Transformers RPG podcast in the world. Can you believe that, guys? In the world. We are the only podcast of its kind.
Imitation is the simplest form of flattery. I do not feel flattered. Why doesn't anyone want to copy us?
There's a second part to that saying.
Go on.
I don't remember what it is. I'm just saying.
Damn it, now I'm going to be in suspense for the rest of my life.
You interrupted my bit to tell me you couldn't interrupt my bit.
Hold on a second. Oh. So the end of it is, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness.
That changes the whole thing, doesn't it?
Oscar Wilde.
What, you just
good old
Google that?
Oscar Wilde. I wonder if he really said it. Well, half his quotes are misattributed. Probably. He said so many clever things, they just sort of added on.
Right.
He probably said this.
Yeah. Sounds like something he'd say.
You know who isn't imitated or flattered? Wildstrike.
That was graceful.
Way to bring that around.
Go on.
I know. Shut up, I'm doing the best I can.
You want you to or not.
All right. Wildstrike, when last we left, you had to come up with a message that you were going to transmit out from your prison cell.
Yes, that is true.
Message in a bottle.
Repeat for the next 20 minutes.
Message in a bottle, yeah.
Nope, stop it. We can go back to Scooby-Doo references. It's been like 10 episodes. We haven't had Scooby-Doo. I feel left out.
How about that, Scoob? Like I told you, that would totally work.
Zoinks!
All right. Wildstrike, spotlight on you.
Yes, as we had discussed, I was going to use the bluff skill to send a secret message. So let me roll that up first.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. The people you are sending it to, they don't need to roll sense motive or anything. It's just your bluff skill?
They can attempt a sense motive to learn the gist of the message.
Okay.
And I believe the DC is the same. So let me roll and see if I make it. I make it! The DC for a simple message is 15. I got an 18.
Nice.
So I'm going to transmit out that message, and then hopefully they can figure out the meaning of it.
Okay. What's the message you send out?
The message is, Iacon Speedway passenger, watch your six as they catch up. Leader may be knocked off course, but racer needs safety assistance.
Nice. That's pretty awesome.
Well done.
That's pretty badass.
I don't think I was at those episodes, so I'm kind of confused.
Yep.
That's okay.
And that's appropriate. I mean, I'm not the one who's going to be making sense motive checks to find it. I'm just going to be the one that's going to be rescuing you.
All right. So you send the message out, and it goes off into the ether. Magnum, all of a sudden, on pretty much a blanket frequency over the whole city, you pick up a strange message.
What does it say? Or it says...
Ass.
Hey guys, I'm getting some weird racing news. I think it's a hot tip. Sweet spot on the first place on the third lap. 4-0. 4-1. Hold on, let me do a sense motive.
And do you share it out with anyone else?
Yeah. I will. Yeah. Came on every frequency, so either someone's in trouble or C1 is getting into racing.
Well, with the 28 that you rolled, that's like saying like, oh hey, immediately, Wildstrike just sent us a message and he's in trouble and I know where he is.
Yeah, pretty much. 28. All right, Wildstrike is locked in an ISS prison. Apparently C1 attacked him and Ironside, and then they have infiltrated ISS. Ironhide might be dead. He needs to be rescued.
Ironhide might be dead.
Which ISS location?
Are there more than one ISS prisons in this city?
There's the main ISS building, which is the one that you guys used to work in.
Is that considered a prison, or is there another dedicated prison?
You know there's some cells in there.
So there's no dedicated prison we know about.
Right. If you want to, though, I will let you make an engineering or computers check to see if you can triangulate where the message came from.
All right.
Well, might I assist him on this task?
Yes, please.
All right, what you going for?
Probably computers. So let me look at my...
All right.
It's actually the same,
Computers?
so would you have a preference?
Nope, same for me.
Let's do computers
Those
then.
computers I think would be excellent.
Your only preference is to re-roll, right?
Yeah, that would have been a preference. All right, so yeah, I still wouldn't make it there. No help here.
All right.
What's that? A keyboard?
No, that's a surfboard. Well,
Are you talking to Keyface? What is that?
No, it's got to be a keyboard. It says Florida Keys on it. It's a board. Keyboard.
Pythagoras got a 31.
A 31? Woo, damn. Yep, you can easily triangulate it, even though Sweet Spot was trying to hinder you.
Pat him on the back. See? I'm glad I could help.
And yes, you take a look at the distance from some other locations in the city, and you do triangulate that it is coming from the main ISS building, the one that you guys used to work at. Or technically still do. No one fired you. You could probably just walk right in.
I wonder if they cleared out our security clearance.
Did they ever give us security clearance?
Yeah, we had to have it to get in the building, I'm sure.
But didn't they give us like a closet for
Security
our
building.
office?
It was a little larger than a closet, but it was definitely in the basement. I think I remember that.
I just remember the hinges being on the outside.
If prisons tend to be in the basement, so like, can you either by memory or hackery, can you discover the layout of this place?
We were in the prison, literally in the prison. Remember? Yeah.
No, I don't. But
Yeah, Wildstrike was put in there when he was first put undercover, and we manipulated a prison break to set him.
No, I remember and I thought that was like a jail. But when I think of prison, that's prisons and jails are very different.
I agree. So Mike, is there a separate prison section of that building other than the holding cells that we have already been to?
Not that you know of.
How many cells were in that place?
Probably around 10 or so.
Okay, so I guess the question is, are we freeing just Wildstrike, or are we freeing everybody that we see there? Because you know that's going to happen.
Well, yeah, as soon as it's found out what we're going to be doing, I'm guessing they're going to be against it.
Why not? Why worry about it? Fear everyone just in case.
Did he say that Ironhide was also taken?
He said he was injured. He might be dead. So presumably he was with him at the time.
Okay, so we can actually use that. Wheeljack is good friends with Ironhide, and if we were to tell Wheeljack, which is likely the truth, that Ironhide has actually been captured, he might help us.
That might explain Ironhide's behavior too, if it wasn't him.
Right.
I mean, we've cleared the building before. I wonder if that would work again.
Would C1 running the joint? I bet it would work even better.
I'll give you a quick description of the building, because I don't think we really talked about it too much aside from just the stuff that you needed, but I will at the very least describe kind of what you're looking at. So the first floor it's a 5-floor building. The first floor is the police headquarters, with all of your dispatch, the jail cells that you guys had seen, your offices, the offices for the detectives, and all of the badge lists that are there, training rooms, garage, all that good stuff. The second floor is the forensics lab, evidence processing, and the lower courts. Third floor is the office of the accuser, along with the upper courts. Fourth floor is the Iacon City Administration Wing, which is essentially like a city hall. And the fifth floor is the secured diplomatic hub. That is where you guys had the meeting with the ministers back after the race.
So what's in the basement?
Were you guys in the basement?
I thought our office was located in the basement. Or Wheeljack's lab was in the basement. It was one of those two.
Wheeljack's lab was in the Science Directorate building, a separate building.
We were down at the prison cells. Was that in the basement, or was that on the same floor as the ISS?
I imagine it's probably like a little bit lower, kind of like a split level, but essentially, yeah, it's the same level.
So we don't know if it has a basement or not.
Not that you know of.
Can we, try to get a floor plan through the computer?
You would...
It's like the basement of the Alamo.
Go ahead and try a computers check and see if you can locate some floor plans that are on the computer network.
Help me out, sweet spot.
Sure, I can do that, said the Velocitronian unconvincingly. Actually, with the +2 that isn't there yet, I would get a 10. So that would be an aid.
So 17.
Alright, so with the 17, you can certainly pull up the publicly accessible plans for the building. Some areas are blacked out, especially in the secured floor. But for the most part, you can kind of tell the basic layout of everything. You can kind of see the floor plan for it and all that. Specifics really aren't called out in a lot of rooms, but some you can identify a lot of it just because you've seen it before. But it does not list a separate basement as a floor in it. It's listed as 5 floors, and it gives a function of each floor.
If you were to turn into a sensor bay, can you detect that sort of thing?
Detect floors?
Yeah.
No,
I can't scan the interiors of buildings to get the layouts from the outside. I don't have that capability right now.
Like a sonar, like if you just created a pulse, you'd be like, oh, well, there's a negative space.
I have a motion detector that works, but only within line of sight. I mean, I could scan it. I
have motion. Sorry. I have motion detectors that work with line of sight, too.
I think he means line of effect, but still. Still hilarious.
I could scan it. I might be able to get some more information if I was closer. I'm not sure what a scan would produce, but it usually gives you a very detailed, at least outside, and also energon readings, any sounds, keep on signatures.
Can we ask Quick Change if he knows if there's a basement or maybe a specific, prisoner facility?
You mean Quick Switch, right?
Oh yeah, Quick Switch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, quick talker.
So I assume
Especially if they think that he's one of those people, then he might be able to, have privileged information.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You go ahead and ring up Quick Switch. Yes, this is Quick Switch. Who is this?
Hello, do you have Prince Albert in a can?
I understand.
Sorry, wrong number. Hi, this is Magnum here. We're just wondering, does the ISS building have a basement? Or a separate prison section? No particular reason.
Magnum, I assume you have secured this line.
Oh yes, definitely. People are talking very loud behind us. No one else will be able to hear it.
This does not fill me with confidence.
It's not my job to fill you with confidence.
But yes, there is a lower level to the ISS building. It's likely where the vaults are.
I'll put him on mute for a second. What do we want to tell this guy? Anything?
Well, what do we need to know from him?
There's lower vault areas in the under the ground.
So, just like this feels like a two birds with one stone thing. He told us that whatever that magic device that allows people to become combiners.
The enigma of combination.
That sounds it. That
EOC.
Yeah, we could steal that in addition to what we're doing.
That's a good idea.
That feels kind of sexy to me.
Right. I get that. Yeah.
But how much are we going to tell them?
Well, just ask him where would they keep prisoners?
All right.
Political prisoners, most likely.
I don't know if it's political prisoners.
Where would they keep prisoners securely? We just need to know where they might keep prisoners in there. If you happen to know.
You gotta turn off the mute button.
Oh, sorry. Hi, you there? Hello? Sorry. I hit the redial button, I think.
You don't like it now, do you?
Like what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You put me on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice.
I put you on mute. I can't hear you talking right now.
That's not mute. That's not mute works that way. What kind of bizarre, off the truck phone do you have?
Yeah, that's called ignoring someone, and the act of it is ignorance.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was ignoring you.
What? Oh, sorry, I'm still on the line.
What was your question, Magnum?
Where would they keep prisoners in there? Especially if they wanted to be more than secure than the holding cells.
I don't know if there are cells in the basement level with the vaults. There very well could be. But as far as I'm aware, the only holding cells are in the main police precinct on the first floor.
And, if where perhaps would if we happen to be there, would the inexplicable transmogrifier be if it was down there? Or what does it look like? And we want
inexplicable transmogrifier?
The indefatigable transformulator. The baffling something or other. Come on, just throw me a bone here.
The device that turns people into combiners.
The Combinatron Transformatron.
The line's secure. You don't need to talk in code.
Holy fuck. What were you actually asking? I totally forgot the question.
You know what? I can't remember. The thingamadoozy.
Where's the
division thingamadooby that we don't want to fall into the enemy hands?
It's likely in the vaults, but like I said, I don't know for certain. All I know is that Starscream has stored it there.
But we consider it unsafe there, considering ISS spies are running around, right? Or the C1 guys.
That is right.
So,
What does it look like?
what does it look like?
I will actually share an image of it with you in just a second.
And after seeing that,
wrong image. Wow.
how big is
Bellin?
it as well?
Alright, so I just shared an image with you guys so you can see what it looks like.
Looks like...
How big is that?
It is about the size of a briefcase.
Oh, that's perfect.
Convenient. So the triangles are playing a big part of this adventure. Anything else we want to ask this dude? I can't mute him because he'll get offended.
That's right, I do not care to be muted, Magnum.
No, I think that's it. That's all we need for now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
What is your plan? Do you intend to burst through the front door and storm the ISS building? Do you intend to use subterfuge?
Oh, we're a lot more subtle.
Tell me, how do you intend on getting it out?
Don't worry about that. Don't.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on that.
We'll let you know when we have a plan, all right? But we have to be a little more careful about working it out. We'll give you all the details when the time comes, okay?
Very well.
Sense motive.
Have a good day,
Yes,
sunshine.
please.
I get a 3.
Yeah, you got me a 13. Nope, 23. Sorry.
And you're doing a sense motive on just, like, what he's saying? Like, what are you trying
Switch
to
face.
suss out?
Why did he want us to?
Like, when he's saying, like, oh, I want to know your plan. Like, you know what I mean? He could be... If he's a bad guy, then we just told him that we're coming. You know, so it's to say...
Well, he's the one who told you about the Enigma combination, so he knows you guys are going after it. At least he's hoping you will.
Yeah. He just wasn't expecting today.
Don't let the grass grow beneath your feet.
No, you don't wait around, so that's good.
The nuns at St. Agnes predicted that I would turn to a life of crime.
What's a nun?
A very advanced form of penguin.
None, you know? Yeah, they usually double as tire carriers. Rex would love them. Love them to death.
Some of them fly, too.
Yeah, you just get the sense that he wants to know, like, what to expect, because if there's going to be fallout from this thing, then he's going to probably have to deal with it somehow.
Right.
Well, we'll let him know what the fallout's going to be after we generate it.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, forgive us for wanting to provide you with plausible deniability.
I was just going to be like, dude, like, he needs to be able to react honestly. What the fuck is going on? Exactly.
What, bananas? Where?
Okay, I think we should go talk to Wheeljack.
Indeed.
Yes. Good idea. Do we fly there in our new ship? AKA our old pal, Sweet
we
Spot.
could, considering that my new form is new to absolutely everyone. I don't think it would raise too much suspicion.
Yeah, good
Except
thinking.
in where I'm somewhere that I shouldn't be. I don't know. Just looking at my form, you wouldn't recognize it from anything.
That's interesting that, like, right in time for Subterfuge, you guys took all brand new alt modes.
Oh yes, because it's going to help.
That's an
It's
interesting
going to help me
coincidence.
sneak into places to be a different kind of building.
Yeah. Oh. It's so funny. It's like we always had a copy of your advance. I guess we'll go to the roof for me to transform and help everyone on board.
All right, Goblin style. Hey, where's your cigarette lighter?
My what?
Cigarette lighter. I was looking for the ashtray, but I think I found
you
it.
been-
Cigarette lighter.
When did you learn to do this?
Well, I've been picking up on the flight forms. Been kind of a little bit jealous. First of Wildstrike, and then of
Memorable, isn't he?
Blue Shift, and actually all of Mike's character forms. How they've been able to travel without really touching the ground. It seemed like a good ability to have.
This form does not seem to be built for speed. Are you okay?
It takes a lot to concentrate on not touching the ground. Okay? This is a whole new skill set for me.
Okay.
Once I get better at it, I will get faster. I promise.
But yeah, the form that I picked out of the book, I think it's a little bit faster than the big ships there that we were on.
Type of VTOL?
Yeah, it's I don't have the thing in front of me.
Like a transport ship or something like that?
It was it was a transport, but it was a smaller transport.
But you can hover and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it's like a personal
Nice.
transport.
Perfect.
And with the mass shifts that I took, I am just barely able to fit you all in.
It's a tight fit.
Yeah. It's a lot less of a tight fit without Rex, for sure.
Magnum will stick his head out of the window and let his tongue flap in the wind.
I'd like to know what happens if Magnum transforms while inside you.
No, you don't want to know that. That is one of those life questions that is best left unanswered. We won't answer that question.
Company Angels
Magnum,
dances on the head of a pin.
don't be a scientist right now, all right?
What?
Don't think what if.
What if?
Don't do it.
What if what?
No.
What if what?
Don't think about it.
I cannot think about
there's a
something
window.
if I don't know what it is.
Look out the window.
You're messing
look
with
at
me,
the pretty
man.
lights.
I don't know what to think
Look at
anymore.
all those buildings, man. Those attractive buildings. One of them got to be your type.
Ooh, hey, baby.
Out there somewhere. Check out the architectural lines on that one.
Nice car park, honey.
Magnum, you dog.
Fuck, that's awesome. You dog pound.
You dog.
Can't let Dame distract me, man.
Magnum's next form is a dog kennel.
Can't let dams distract you either.
All right, anyway. Okay, so it takes a few minutes to fly over to the Science Directorate, but it is a smooth ride. And you especially like not having to stop for traffic signals or make turns all the time. You can get to like this.
Yeah, straight and quick.
Just a nice straight line, no stops, no lights. Smoother than the smoothest asphalt.
Yep. One last thing about the form. I chose it as sort of a tribute to the fallen Transformer. That was the other ship there.
Ah, the Kaon Star, huh?
The Kaon Star. Tribute. Kiss the fingers, point to the sky.
So does that make you the Kaon Moon?
Well, the Kaon Comet at least.
Of course.
Nice. Okay. Yep, you land next to the Science Directorate. All get yourselves out of Sweet Spot. You landed in the Sweet Spot. And you head into the science building, down into the basement where Wheeljack's lab is, and who is gonna knock on the door?
I will.
Yeah, he loves you.
Yep.
Hold your horses, wait a second. Door slides open. You! Sweet Spot!
Hey, Wheeljack, how you doing, my friend?
I am doing...
We should probably move inside.
Yeah, how about you slide on by and let us on in? Be a friend, be a pal, be a buddy.
And Carapace, did you bring that Spark Eater?
He'll answer that for you inside.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We really like to get out of the hallway. Thank you very much.
Just pick him up by his
And
armpits
he'll
like in
let
the
you
Blues
inside.
Brothers. Sit him down.
Well, if you didn't bring a Spark Eater for me to examine, what can I help all of you with?
Does he let us in?
Yes.
Okay, good. Is there anyone else in here?
No one you see.
There's someone that actually can tell if things are people?
I will
Can that be
I'll
verified?
scan the room for listening devices,
Go.
stuff like that, tracking any other Transformers, Energon signatures.
Go ahead and give me a perception and a life science check then, please.
Can I aid another on the perception?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm paranoid about that. Whoa, look at that. Holy crap. That is a 24, so I actually add 4.
Wait, 31 for perception, and I have a 17 for life science, unless someone can aid at that.
That I cannot help you with.
Nope. You're the only one amongst us.
You find 3 listening devices. but they're not. But as you examine it, like as you like look around, you realize they're not like hidden or anything. They're kind of just right out in the open. And as you're looking at them, you realize that they're likely just recorders for Wheeljack to document his experiments and results. So they are still active, but it doesn't look like they are transmitting elsewhere.
Have we turned them off?
You can either do it yourself, or you can tell Wheeljack to do it, or what have you. For your life science check, though, you do get the sense that something on the table is alive.
Something on the table's alive. All right, I'll run it. I'll go over to the table and scan for Energon, and try to narrow it down.
As you are doing your scan, Wheeljack's datapad transforms, stands up, and asks, "Hey, what the hell are you doing here, guy? What the hell are you doing? Hey, get that scent out of my face!" And he like shoves your hand out of the way.
Man,
he's tiny.
I don't know why, but I really like him.
Who the heck are you?
Who am I? I'm Scratch, that's who I am. Datapad to the stars.
Do you know this guy, Wheeljack?
Yeah, of course I do. He's my datapad.
Yeah, that's right, I'm his datapad. Bitches.
I don't know that word, but I feel disrespected.
Listen, punk.
There's a tonality there.
You might want to keep a civil tongue for someone 10 times your mass. Capiche?
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
He reaches up, grabs your tie, tries to pull you down. Make a strength check.
Come on.
Watch him smash my face into the desk. 7.
He starts pulling you down. Slowly, but he starts pulling you down. It's like an arm wrestling match where like someone's like just barely moving. It's like he's moving you.
You listen to me, you punk over here. Who are you coming here and disrespecting me? Shove.
What'd you do?
He has a gun several times his size in his face now.
Ruh-roh.
Release the tie. No one needs to get hurt.
Whoa, hey, guy, be cool over here.
It's time
be cool.
for a break. Are you an employee? Go get a coffee.
He lets go of your tie. And Wheeljack, sensing the tense situation, it's like, Scratch, maybe you just give us a few minutes over here, huh?
Yeah. Don't hurry on
All
our
right.
account.
Because I want to get myself some Energon.
Yeah, don't let the door.
He walks off.
Don't let the door hit you in the
jumps
ass.
off the desk. He flips you off on the way out.
Charming fellow.
I like him.
Me too.
Indeed. It seemed like a bot that can really grow on you. Like a fungus.
So we need to talk, Wheeljack.
What about?
Somebody that knows how to talk.
I sent you over to Bulkhead for supplies for your ship there. How'd that work out?
I don't know.
Did you actually go?
I did. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It went just fine. Everything was fine. It was perfect. Thank you. That's old news now.
See, I don't know, like, when did the guy find me? On my way to Bulkhead? After Bulkhead? Like, is there a ship waiting, filled with supplies, waiting to go out?
I imagine Quick Switch would have caught up with you probably earlier that day. Earlier in the day where you met the guys.
Okay.
So if you wanted to have made a trip to Bulkheads to talk to him in the intervening time, then yeah, you absolutely could have.
So was this before or after we were labeled dead?
Oh, this would be after.
Then I will not do that then.
Okay. Because you guys found out that you were labeled dead on the trip back from Oaks.
Right. Okay.
So what can I do for you?
Sweet spot?
Yes.
I kind of look to you.
Who? Well, there is some trouble concerning Ironhide.
Is he all right?
That is the question.
You're an old pal of his, right?
Yeah, we served in the war together. I never met a tougher bot.
Would you say he's been acting odd lately?
Well, he's under a lot of pressure, leading the police force, the security forces.
I'm just endorsing the C1 political group party. Seem odd to you?
Yeah, that did seem a little bit strange, yeah. Yeah, it did. C1 came to me to get my endorsement, but I would have nothing to do with that.
Really canvassing?
Well, I think they came to all the ministers.
You're a minister?
He is the head of the science directorate.
Right. Okay.
Wheeljack's the head of the science directorate. Zaron is the essentially minister of state. Fixit is the chief medical officer. Quickswitch is head of planetary defense. Iacon is chief of security. And Bulkhead is head of the construction guild.
Yeah, you remember Bulkhead.
You and Bulkhead got along great.
Oh yeah, he's the one you didn't say goodbye to.
You just grunted and nodded.
We have reason to believe that we may not be dealing with the real Ironhide anymore.
You think he was replaced with someone?
We have reason to believe he was captured by C1. Whether that was before or after, we're not sure, but it might explain a few things.
He might need medical attention when we find him. If he is capable of expressing himself, we're hoping someone like yourself, who's known him quite well over the years, will be able to tell if he's being influenced unnaturally.
I can, I can certainly help out. I can have Fixit on standby as well. If it's a medical problem, then you definitely want Fixit there to back you up.
Can you arrange a meeting with quote-unquote Ironhide? Since he's a fellow minister or a fellow government employee, under some pretext, maybe get an idea.
I can send him a message and see if he can meet me here.
And you guys think that's a good idea? Because if he meets him face to face, you might be able to tell.
Yeah, I think that would be the way to go.
Well, I mean, that seems to rely on him having any type of social tact or, and so what is he going to do? Use some sort of tech trick to be like, oh wait, I've seen through your illusion. Now what? He's going to.
Well, when you've known someone for 10,000 years or more, he might just know.
Right.
I mean, I would say for him not to give anything away, just do a little bit of perfectly ordinary business and leave it alone, and just let us know what his impressions are.
Or what if he were to come over right away to meet with you, something urgent, and we happen to be kind of just chilling out in the back room, just in case something went down.
Do you think that we could take Ironhide?
Together? Yes.
I think it would be more likely we take fake Ironhide than real Ironhide.
Right.
Also
I
agreed.
guess the idea is if I was imprisoned if I was in a prison, I'd want to be broken out as soon as possible. So I think that us going and freeing them, and if we find him, then that's great. Then we find the real Ironhide.
Yeah, it is a priority to get Wildstrike out of prison too.
Okay, so while you three are discussing kind of what to do, Wheeljack has already walked over to his computer and contacted Ironhide.
Son of a gun.
You two asked him to do something, and then you didn't pay attention to him, and he was like, all right, doing it.
God, he's a tad impulsive.
We are so not used to people listening to us.
He contacts, or I should say he attempts to contact Ironhide. His call doesn't go through. He tries it again. Doesn't go through.
I'm sorry. This call cannot be completed as dialed. Please do not try again.
Not like it's erroring or anything, it's just no one is picking up. Which seems a little strange, considering that it's essentially the chief of police. If someone important were to call the chief of police, you would expect them to pick up.
Okay, so nothing's really changed. We're going to ask you to do something potentially illegal. How do you feel about that?
To help Ironhide?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What do you need? Do you need some guns?
I think he's imprisoned in the basement under the ISS building. Do you happen to have a layout of it?
Oh, the vaults. Yeah, absolutely. I know where they are.
You do?
There's an elevator in the back corner of the garage. The code to access it is 212-8232.
Is there an easy way to get in there unobserved?
Get in the garage?
Yes.
You could just try walking in. I don't know.
So once that happens, how big is it? Are there multiple levels? Is it?
To the vaults? Oh, no. It's, there's about 10, 12 prison cells down there, and a couple of high security, storage compartments, 8 or 9 or something like that.
It's just what we need.
It's a fairly small spot.
out of character, do you think we should tell him that we're going to try and take the
What he doesn't know won't hurt
magic
us.
box? Well, I'm just trying to think, if there's 8 or 9 of them, we don't have time to go through 8 or 9 of them. I think what we should do, and this is something that only someone who's got a decent bluff could possibly do, is could he rig up a device that would just open the doors so that we can find Ironhide and get our friends out? And then just kind of leave it blank and then see if it'll work on everything?
I bet he could.
I don't think that opens the door, any of the doors down there, maybe. Or he already gave us the access code, or just the code to get into the vaults. So, do you have an easy way to get into these vaults? If you know how they work. Keys.
There's a computer once you get down into that level. It controls all of them. You can open them all up, close them up, whatever you need to do. I thought you were looking for, the cells down there, though, if you're trying to save Ironhide.
Well, we think they maybe have repurposed the cells. Possibly. We have evidence to think there's a lot more prisoners, so... So we need to get into those too, just in case. Is there any security concerns on those computers, or are they just free access once you're down there?
Oh, no, they'll be tough to hack into.
Any insight you can give us would be good.
Yeah, I think I can rig something up for you. Maybe an access card or something to help you get past it a bit.
That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.
Obviously, you don't want it to be traceable back to you.
Why is that?
Well, because if Ironhide is being held by the now legitimate authorities, and they find out that your key card is the thing that opened up that door, they're going to come knocking.
Well, I'm not going to put my name on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Make it so that it's anonymous.
Come on now. Wheeljack's smarter than that.
Yes.
I didn't survive by assuming people are smart.
Just right. Not Wheeljack's on it, and they'll never see through it.
So it'll take him probably an hour or so, but he will actually put a device together. It'll effectively act as a computer keycard for essentially the whole facility, so whenever making computers checks for hacking purposes, you can add a +5 to it.
Awesome.
Brilliant. That's what we need.
So, I guess the question on everyone's mind is, do we reach out to Steve Buscemi?
I'm so excited.
Do we need
to get us into the garage?
Well, it's a police garage, so they're probably going to not be thrilled about him driving in there. I'm trying to think, what could we do to clear the garage?
I mean, I think we're probably overthinking it. When he says, we could just walk in, we probably can just walk in.
All right.
Yeah, we have the access code, right? Does that go for everything?
It's getting out that's the tricky part.
All right. That makes sense.
What do we do if something goes wrong?
Ooh, can we get a hold of some of that, the badgeless armor? If I remember correctly, that was almost like superficial armor, like a uniform that went over a bot.
Yep. That
made all the badges kind of look the same.
There's a bunch of badgeless armor in the armory, in the ISS.
And that's in the
ISS. That's harder to get to.
That might be our way out, though.
This is probably a stupid question, but are there any nearby buildings or sewers in the area near the ISS? I mean, I'm assuming they wouldn't, but...
So yes, Carapace, that is a great question, because as you were exploring the underground sections of Iacon after Bombshock escaped or got away from you.
Yep.
You went down into the essentially the sewers or the utility corridors of Metroplex, and you explored for quite a while. And as you're thinking about it, you remember that the room that you passed, the large room, that abattoir that had the dead bodies and the green spark, actually went right underneath the building to the side of the ISS building.
Oh, that's awesome. That's perfect.
Is that our way in?
I would prefer it be our way out.
Oh, I get you. Cool.
So we walk in, hopefully get the thing, and if we're lucky, we can just walk out. But if things don't go well, which they won't, then we access the sewers through the wall.
I admire your ability to survive just about anything, Carapace, but you are a pessimist.
I mean, that is why I survived.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Now, you remember that path went, like I said, it went underneath it was a diplomatic building to the side of the ISS building. It did not go directly underneath the ISS. But you do know that the buildings are butted up right up against next to each other, and they do probably share a wall.
What do Transformers need sewers for?
It's not so much a sewer as they're like utility ducts, kind of like Jeffrey's tubes, almost.
Oh, okay.
And Carapace, you would know as well that a lot of these like corridors are used as heat sinks for Metroplex, so some of those tunnels get really, really hot.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I was thinking something similar. It's like, well, we could look for air ducts, but they don't need air ducts.
Yeah.
Can we borrow a blowtorch from Wheeljack? Or a laser cutter?
I was going to say, like, something to cut through bars. Well, because I can get through the wall.
No doubt you can get through most anything.
I'm going to call you Kool-Aid Man. Boom! Oh, yeah!
Except the red liquid isn't his. It's his enemies.
But yeah, you can borrow a laser cutter. I'm sure that there's one somewhere in the ISS building, and Wheeljack will say, "Oh yeah, I don't need it. Go ahead and take it."
All right.
It's not even mine.
In fact, I've never seen this before in my life. What the hell's it doing in my office? It's Torturetron. All right. Do we need anything else before we go, guys?
Not quite sure. Maybe you could try to suss out the other ministers. See if they've suddenly changed their own minds on C1 activity.
We should have medical supplies waiting for when we get back for at least 2 people.
Preferably hidden, like perhaps on the roof where we can get to them, but they won't be too out in the open. Is he amiable to this?
Yeah, he's fine with that. So back in your cell, you have been pacing back and forth. You think your message got out, but you're not 100% certain. And you're hoping that your coded transmission not only got to the right people, but the right people understood it.
Right.
You have no idea if this is happening or not. All you can do is sit there and wait and just try to pass the time.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find anything to help remove the binders around my wrists.
You think that with enough work, you can probably start to kind of work part of that metal panel loose and tear a little section of it off, and maybe you can use that to try to get your hands free or try to do something to kind of help out with that. So go ahead and make a acrobatics or athletics to see if you can kind of work your way through that.
16 athletics.
16. Yeah, that's more than enough. Why not? So yep, you manage to fold the metal back and forth until it weakens to the point where you can just pull it off and separate it. And since it is under the seat, it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to notice it very easily. So you start to try to work this into your bindings a little bit and see if you can try to get them to get that loose. When you hear footsteps coming down the hallway, they're coming from your left. Like if you were looking out the door, it's coming from the left. Perhaps
That's where the bangs were coming from.
Yes, exactly. What do you want to do?
I did not get the binders off yet, correct?
Not yet.
Okay. I did break the piece of metal off?
Yes.
Would it be usable as like a shiv? Or no?
You know what? Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that.
Okay. I will duck by the door, so if they looked in, they wouldn't see me.
Oh, okay.
And get ready to strike if anybody comes in.
Okay. So yes, as you are standing there waiting, you can kind of tell that someone is looking through the little energon shield in the top of the door there, looking in and just trying to see if, just checking in on you, just making certain. You hear a slight little kind of like tap against the door to see if, just to like, it sounds like someone to put their hands up against the door and kind of looking into the room. You can't see anyone beyond that because the door is pretty thick. But it does seem like someone's looking in. So you are trying to hide beneath the opening in the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I hear the door start to open, I'll get ready to strike. If I hear somebody walk away, I'll tap on the door and then kind of hide again.
You hear someone not just start to walk away, but it sounds like they're running. They start to run down the hallway towards the right, like away from you.
Okay.
Are you still going to tap?
Yeah.
The sound of running stops, and you hear it come back, stop at the door again, and then it does the same thing. It turns, or it starts to run again to your right.
I'll hit the door again.
Heading down the hallway. This time, you don't hear it coming back, but about a few seconds later, you hear more footsteps. It sounds like there could be at least 2, maybe more.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything before they arrive at the door?
Just get ready.
All right, so you hear the door starting to open. Slides to the right into the wall.
All right. When it opens, I'll jump out and attack the person in front.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Melee. 21.
A 21. That is certainly a hit, especially considering it's against flat-footed. So I guess this would be a dagger, like a 1d4 kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll up your damage.
So 2.
2 points of damage. Why not, right? 2 points of damage. The person you're attacking has on the armor of the badgeless, so it's that generic kind of bot look. In fact, I'm pretty certain I have some artwork of the badgeless that I can share with you. That's what they look like. So yeah. So that's what your guard there looks like. And as I said, it looks like standard badgeless armor, so you don't... they all look kind of the same.
Yeah.
Alright, so he is going to kind of struggle back against you and try to hold you back. And while you are attacking him, the other one that was standing off to the right-hand side takes a shot at you for 17.
That would be a miss.
That's a miss, huh? But you can see straight down the hallway, and there is a closed door kind of at the far side. I assume you were facing kind of to the person who shot at you?
Facing towards the person that I stabbed.
Ah, okay. Okay, so you see nothing on that then. But you do see kind of over the shoulder that there is a prison cell to your left and to your right against the opposite wall.
Okay.
You can continue to try and stab, but all of the doors, aside from your door there, all of the doors are closed and locked, so unless you have something else you'd like to do, you know that you're probably going to get overwhelmed with guards coming back up against you. Is there anything that you want to do, like any sign you want to leave, any...
I would like to see if I could...
What's your intent here?
Wrestle the gun away from the badgeless.
Okay. That would be a CMD, if I am not mistaken. So go ahead and roll it up while I take a look at what my CMD is.
Yes, that would be a regular melee attack. 25.
What? Damn. CAC plus 8 is not as high as that.
Wow.
So yeah, you wrestle his gun away.
What type of gun is it?
If it's anything like that armor, it's not that great.
It would be a standard laser pistol, azimuth laser pistol. let's go ahead and do some initiative. I wasn't expecting the combat to go on this long, but you know what? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
A 9.
Now, these guys only have a +1. I rolled a 6, which means they are going after you. We don't need to worry too much about it. So it's going to be you first, then me, all that.
Okay.
So you have a pistol. You have disarmed the guard in front of you. There is that guy standing outside your cell, and there is one off to your right with a gun pointed at you that already took a shot at you. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to try to, if possible, withdraw away from the guy next to me and fire on him.
Yeah. Which way you want to go? You want to go left or right?
Away from the other guy.
Okay. That would be to the left.
To the left.
Okay. And you realize that as you turn to the left, you are looking at a dead end.
Oh boy.
But I will say you took a guarded step back away from him, so you are 10 feet away. And okay. If you want to take a shot, you can.
Yep. I think so. It'd be an 8. So, I rolled a 1. So never mind.
You go to pull the trigger. Why isn't this gun working?
This gun's broken. Damn you!
You just throw the gun at him.
Hits them both in the head. Whoa!
Nice.
Wildstrike just throws guns at people from now on. He carries on a big sack of them.
Much more efficient.
All right, the guy. Fuck, the guy who you took his gun from got a 1.
What a crew.
All right. He attempts to pull his hammer off his belt, or not his belt, off the side, and he catches it in the door as he tries to swing it at you. Oh, there's a door here. But the other guy... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is probably a miss. I rolled a 5, and... yeah, 12. 12. Shot goes wide, I'm assuming?
Yep.
All right, back to you. Oh, the guy who took the shot from the back has moved up, so they are both kind of in line with each other and blocking the hallway, kind of pinning you into the dead end area.
All right. I'll attack the one that has the gun, and I'll use my Marksmech 1 ability, which is a full round to make the shot. It gives me an extra D8 damage.
Ooh.
So hopefully I can hit him. And I get -1 to the roll here.
Mm-hmm.
So 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. So, oh wow, 3 hold damage.
Yeah. He took a hit of 3.
There's a lot more where that came from.
Nobody puts Wildstrike in a cell, see? You'll never take me alive, copper.
Actually, I'm going to move up close to him now.
Do you need to take a full round action to do that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay, the guy with the hammer has finally got his shit together and is gonna swing at you for 20.
That is a miss.
Miss? Seriously? Wow.
Yep. AC is 21.
Oof. Nice.
Soldiers, man.
Yep.
And the other one, ooh, this is probably a hit. Rolled a 16, and that is going to be a 23.
Yes, that will be a hit.
Finally got a hit on you, huh? And that is I need my D6s. Ooh, 8 points of damage.
Because I was in the cell, I'm assuming I'm not at full hit points, stamina points, all that?
What is your max stamina and max hit points?
They're both 32.
Both 32. So I will roll a die, and we'll see just how many of each you have. 19 hit points and 4 stamina. Okay, both of them are still in line with you. Actually, hold on. Both of them are, since they both just took one hit, one swing, they both move up together 5 feet, so they are right next to you.
Okay.
Right next to you.
That's fine.
You have you have 3 spaces back that you can move until you hit the dead end, the wall. There is a cell directly to the right.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at the guy that has the gun. -1 to the attack. So 10.
It's a miss.
Yeah.
Pew! Pew!
That's it for me.
Okay. All right. So they are going to attempt to. They're going to attempt to grab a hold of you.
Okay.
The first one, I think he's going to get it. 29 to grapple you on the first one.
29 makes it.
That's exactly it, yeah.
That's exactly it.
Nice. And the other one rolled a 4, so he fucking does nothing. He's like fumbling with his gun. It's like, hold him so I can grab him. He's like pushing his gun at you. Like,
Actually, you need another gun.
Alright, so I am grappled. I believe I can still shoot him if I'm grappled.
I don't see why not.
So I will try to shoot him.
Go for it.
And again, -1. So a 14.
That's against EAC. That is a hit.
Wow.
Barely, but
2
a hit.
damage.
2 more damage. This is the one you had hit the... This is the one with the gun, right?
This is the one that grappled me.
Okay. That was the guy you stabbed at, so 4 damage total to him. Alright, and they are going to attempt to pin you. So first one gets a 25, second one gets a 27. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
27 gets it.
The 27 does? Okay. With the other guy's help, he does manage to get your arms back behind your back and starts marching you back towards the cell. Anything you would like to do before he pushes you in?
I would like to try to get out of it.
Okay.
It's difficult, but it might be possible.
Alright, no. Give it a shot, man.
I should have -4 to my dex-based skills, but I don't think Roll20 factored that in. So a 10, which, no.
Nope. You make a valiant attempt. You try to kick at their legs and try to trip them, but you do not escape the grapple. I will give you at least a little bit of what you're seeing kind of in this hallway, though. So you did see that you kind of headed towards a dead end on that one. There was 2 cells, one to your left and one to your right, and those are both to the left of yours. Down the hallway, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more cells on the opposite side of a T intersection. Because you can see the a hallway, because the hallway goes straight down, and then the hallway extends over to the right once you get past your cell. So it looks like it goes down to like another section of the hall. The main hall goes straight down, and then after the cells, there's a big security door there. And it looks like you are in either the only cell block or it looks like this is the cell block. Whether it's the only one or not, you can't tell.
I'm assuming they take the pistol away.
Yeah, they take the pistol away. No, they just leave it there. Well, that was fun. All right, so yes, they shove you back into your cell. They close the door behind you. What would you like to do?
Do they reattach the bindings?
I know you think that they don't really have the technical know-how to do that at the moment.
Okay, so I'm just in the cell.
Right. You imagine that at some point someone probably will come by to reattach it, but at the moment you are wandering around free.
I'll see what I can do to try to get the binders off my wrists.
Okay.
Go back to that.
All right, so Magnum, Carapace, and Sweet Spot, what would you like to do? You get the sense that Wildstrike tried to make an escape.
Why, was the building shaking?
You hear a sonic boom from the basement.
That would be escape jetting down the hallways. Boom, boom, boom. How does he turn at 90 degrees like that?
Well, what happened? Well, he got out, he turned into a jet, and just flew through the wall.
Just let the bass boom.
So I guess the big question is, do we want to let Quick Switch know what we're doing, or do we want to just go?
Well, there is a bit of a paper trail in the form of Wheeljack. We let him know where we're heading. So if he really wants to find us, he could. But I'm totally comfortable with leaving him out of the loop until we've completed whatever mission we're about to do.
I think generally the fewer people who know, the better.
Indeed.
Do we have like a briefcase or like a suitcase or something to bring with us? You know, in case we acquire some sort of mythical artifact.
I'm sure you can locate a case somewhere, someplace, something that has the requisite size for it. Sure.
Indeed.
Or you could just toss it in Magnum.
But I mean, again, like while we're moving, you know, I don't want to just be like, hey, it's like walking out of a police station with the Mona Lisa. Like, you know, people will notice.
It's like, how'd the Mona Lisa get in the police station?
Yeah, I know, right?
I guess we're off to the garage, right?
You gonna call Steve Buscemi?
That seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome, but it's a bad idea.
Yes.
I mean, I think we should probably just get one of the random taxi drones.
Can't, Sweet Spot just fly us there, considering they don't recognize him?
Are we
going to go in the sewer?
Into the basement?
I think we're going through the garage, down the secret door, and then escaping through the sewer.
So, you know, arriving at the roof is probably not the best way to go.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, let's get into a taxi drone, have it drive into the garage to drop us off, and then we just walk to the back of the room and then go down the elevator.
Okay. There you go.
That seemed like a plan. Nothing can go wrong.
Damn it. Now we're in trouble.
This is a perfect plan. I love this plan.
You said to be a part of it?
I don't want to say that.
You know what this reminds me of, Egon? Remember the time you tried to drill a hole in your thing?
And I would have made it too.
That would have worked if you hadn't stopped me.
If you hadn't stopped me. Know how hard it is to install headlights?
Headlights. I get it. It's funny. You try to get a taxi drone. There are no taxi drones, but there is a taxi bot.
Huh. Okay. So a live taxi.
Mm-hmm. I know what you were trying to do there, Pat. It's like, nope, your transportation's all alive.
Okay, well, let's consensually climb into this thing.
Well, technically, it's the one we have to scratch off the bucket list. We've been in a train that's been alive. We've been on a bus that's been alive. We've been on a ship that's been alive. Now a taxi that's alive.
Just need to find a
Why
boat
not?
that's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where you trying to go here, guys? Where are you heading? Where can I get you? What can I do for you?
ISS parking garage. Step on it.
ISS parking garage, you got it, boss. Vroom. And he takes off, driving way too fast to be safe.
Ooh, I like this guy.
So yes, he goes ahead and he drives all the way through the city, and he gets to the outside sections of the ISS building, and there is a security point that he stops in front of. It is an automated security point, so it's not like it's a manned security booth. But it's expected for you to put in your credentials to open up the yard for it to get to the garage. Hey, boss, I don't have authority to go in here. Do you? I assume you got something?
Oh yeah.
Always, I can let you off right here.
We're supposed to be here, so let me just type it in for you. Just put in the code that Wheeljack gave us.
That code was for the elevator going down to the vault, not for the to get into the garage.
All right. Hold on. Let me give this a shot, because I did talk to someone to get things in order for me in a hurry. So let's see if he's come through. I'll take out my diplomatic credentials, pop in the number, the code, scan it, whatever I need to do.
So you're going to use your Velocitronian and diplomatic credentials.
Yep. And I'm going to pray to the primes that it works.
Okay. You go ahead and pop in your credentials. I assume
I
you
swear
have
to God, Mike, if you end this this session right here. Oh, you are so going to get it. You better not end it right here, buddy. I'm telling you right now.
You put your credentials in, and your credentials blow up.
That's not better.
All right, at least it's not continued.
You put in your credentials, and I assume you have like a little card or something. You kind of just pop in there.
Yep.
The light turns green, and the gate starts sliding open. But you feel that if there is someone watching for your credentials, you just sent out a giant red flag for it.
Which is why I'm going to leave those credentials on the floor of the cab.
Nice. Okay.
As far as I know, they were stolen.
Okay, so yes, the gate is sliding open. Are you going to have Taxitron 4002 take you in, or are you just going to get out and walk into the garage from there?
Have him bring us. If he can bring us in, just let's go right to the back of the garage.
Yeah, if he can bring us right to that elevator, the less.
Well, he's not going to bring you into the actual building, but he will drop you off like right outside the building if you want.
Okay.
Alrighty then, let's make our way quickly.
But you do see that one of the garage doors is open though.
Okay, sit on it.
It's a bay of like 3 doors, and one like the far side one is open.
All right. Let's zip inside as quick as we can.
Are you being sneaky? Are you just gonna run right in? What you doing?
I'm going to be sneaky.
Walk like we're supposed to be here.
Quietly.
Yeah, not the old 1950s cartoonish tiptoe hands out walk. We're not doing that.
Just walk casual.
Fly casually.
Okay, go ahead and give me a... well, no, you said you're not trying to be stealthy. You're trying to pretend as if you belong there. Give me a bluff check.
Really? Because I did for a while work here on the top floor. The diplomatic thing, that's the whole reason why I had the credentials.
We all worked here.
I know how I'm supposed to act. Our offices were located here. We know how to act. We know how to walk. All we gotta do is just stay cool.
You are absolutely right, so I will give you a +4 to that, because you are being deceptive.
See, guys, that's how you diplomatize.
Thank you, because I didn't roll that well.
All right, sweet spot, what'd you get?
What skill were we doing again?
Bluff.
Bluff. Hold on.
Bluff, bluff, bluff.
14.
Bluff. Is your name Sweet Spot?
Oh, I thought we were all sneaking in.
You are. I said Sweet Spot, Sweet Spot
good,
first.
because I might have a bad result.
We can go in reverse order. Magnum, what'd you get?
14.
14. Carapace, what about you? 17. And Sweet Spot, what did you do?
Yep, I ended up with a 17, but I did not add in that +4 modifier, so it would actually be a 21.
21. Okay. All right. You kind of saunter over to the open door, as cool as can be. Yeah, just like that.
I am streamlined, sir. I do not whistle.
Even when you work?
Especially when I work.
All right. You step into the garage, and let's see here. There are... this is actually a fairly large room, because it actually contains a few transports in here. So, 2 armored transport trucks and a huge EM Pulse rescue vehicle sit in the bay.
EM Pulse, you say?
Oh, perfect. We have a way out, assuming things don't go shitty.
Does this rescue people from impulses or rescue impulses or?
It's you know how like we have like search and rescue trucks. This would be like if like an electromagnetic pulse went off. This vehicle will be brought in order to provide first aid, to help with search and rescue efforts, to help reboot like bot systems and stuff.
See, this is a very
so
Transformers
it's like
specific
an insulated power source.
Kind of first aid.
Exactly.
It's an ambulance.
Kinda.
It's like a mobile jet defibrillator for Transformers.
Go ahead. Once you get into the garage here, go ahead and roll me up some perception checks, please.
How many?
Why not?
That is a good question. How about 2 perception checks?
From each of us. Very well.
From each of you. Who's fastest?
That would be me. All right.
Sweet spot, what'd you get?
First perception is a 14. The second is a maxed out 31.
Damn, son. Okay, you notice that there is a bot working on one of the transports. Her back is currently to you, and you do recognize her. Her name is Swiftkick. She is an officer here at the police precinct. Carapace, what'd you get?
I got a 22 for the first one and a 14 for the second.
You did not notice Swiftkick over on the side, but you did notice a little bit of movement on the EM Pulse rescue vehicle. Magnum, what about you?
Got a 30 and a 23.
Damn and damn. You notice both those things. In fact, you can give me a life science check.
That's a 22.
That's a 22 grab ya. It grabs me just great. That EM Pulse vehicle is alive.
Oh dear. Well, I'll let everyone know that via radio.
Nothing's changed, we just keep walking.
Keep on trucking.
You are going to have to kind of walk through the majority of the room here. And are you going to try to be stealthy or just walking casual?
Confident and stealthy?
We're trying to walk quietly, but not like, again, not doing the tiptoe thing.
Well, we won't look suspicious, but we'll also be as quiet as we can.
Give me some stealth. Give me some stealth, sons.
Stealth C. Okay.
Start off with Mr. Spot.
I like that. Mr. Spot. Just one?
Just one stealth check, yeah.
Well, by the looks of this, one is all I need. I got a maxed out 33.
Damn. It's two 20s here for you, isn't it?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I hit the button twice. Why is that? Are you guys seeing stealth?
Yeah, I see 2 stealths for you.
Alright, yeah, so it looks like the first one is a 26, so that's the one. If you only need the one, that's the one that would have come up first.
26. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Let me double check here real quick. Okay. Carapace, what about you?
22.
22. Not too bad, not too bad. And Magnum?
21.
21. Ooh, we just keep on dropping here, don't we? 26, 22, 21. Carapace and Magnum, as you are walking down, Magnum, you get a little bit too close to Carapace, and you accidentally kick his foot and make a small tink.
My shoes?
At the tink. Yes, with your shoes.
My 1930 shoes.
And with that, Swiftkick turns around. Oh, hello, I didn't realize anyone else was in here.
I thought you said this was like a huge room and we were like far away.
Yeah. Well, you're walking through it, so...
I mean, when you say a garage, are we talking like in your backyard, or are we talking like the underside of a building at a police station, which is like huge?
Think of like the size of like a fire department garage, like that.
Okay.
So bigger than average.
Sorry if I was not descriptive enough on that one. Right. Yeah. I mean, think of like your average kind of fire department like thing that has like 3 or 4 like lanes for the trucks.
Okay.
It's like that kind of size. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that someone was working here."
Oh, we're just going upstairs.
You're Ambassador Sweet Spot, aren't you?
Some would say I have been. I know you as well.
I'm gonna keep
And
walking.
like I said, you guys do recognize her, so.
Yeah, as long as they're still walking, I'm slowing a little bit because we're having a conversation, but I'm still moving toward the elevator.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the diplomatic floor?
No, I can't say I have.
Why don't you take a break for a second? Come on, I'll show you around. Guys, hold the elevator for us.
Okay, she'll come with you, a little intrigued.
It's really quite impressive.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Oh, why not? All right, there you go. 18.
18? Yeah, sure. That works. You want to show me the diplomatic floor? That is a secured floor.
Yeah, well, you work for the department. I know you've been here for a while. Is that not correct?
I've been here for many years, yes.
I'm not going to let you wander off. Don't worry about that. You'll be with me the whole time.
Very well. Go ahead and make a sense motive.
Okay.
Anyone who is interacting with her or listening to her can make a sense motive.
I lost audio for about 30 seconds here. What the hell happened?
For some reason, our ambassador invited the cop lady to join us in the elevator.
Because once she's isolated, we can take care of her.
All right, so what do you guys roll? Sweet spot.
Yeah, it's
13.
Seems like she's just curious.
I mean, I don't mean to be rude, sir, but we're on a timetable. Can we do this after?
I suppose. Look, Swiftgate. I'm really sorry about that. I will get you next time, though. All right?
Very well. Okay. This is very odd, but...
Oh, it's real interesting up there. I know that you'll like it, when you're able to check it out. And I will head to the elevator, and assuming that they've already called it and are waiting for me, I will just go in and roll away.
Swiftkick backs away and walks back to what she was doing, but you do notice that she keeps an eye on you. Right up until the elevator door closes.
All right. Carapace, what was that?
Carapace, what was that?
Well, whichever one of you two made a noise that got her attention, she obviously recognized us. If she's in the know at all, she's going to blow the whistle on us. Maybe before we were ready for it. If we were able to get her into the elevator, we might have been able to subdue her so that she wouldn't be able to inform anyone until we're ready to raise the curtain.
I don't think there's a quiet way to subdue a police officer. Any gun that we use is going to be obnoxious.
There are 3 of us and one of her inside a tiny space. I'm sure we probably could have done it just physically.
I'm sure you couldn't scream that fast, could you?
I could sure cover her mouth that fast.
Well, I think we might be in for sensitivity training, at least.
At any rate, I think we need to hurry along.
Let's head on down and set it so that the elevator can't come back up.
Out through the sewers, I agree.
Am I detecting some trouble in paradise here?
No, there's no trouble, because this ain't
I
paradise.
thought he was trying to get a date.
I get the feeling that the honeymoon's over between Carapace and Sweet Spot.
Yeah, we never even dated.
Just exchanged sultry glances across the smoke-filled room.
Okay, so you guys are in the elevator. You think this is the right elevator that you need to be in. So you're going to punch in the code.
Punch in the code, punch in the code. Yes.
Boop, boop, boop. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop.
Oh my god, I want to keep it all.
Once you enter the code, you can feel the elevator start to move, and it starts to descend. The door opens. Standing in front of you are 2 badgeless who share a quick look with each other before immediately raising their weapons.
Whoa.
And we are going to roll for initiative next time.
You son of a gun.
Damn.
This is Roadbuster. My squad is under fire from road cons and we need backup. We need someone fast. Someone who can scout out the cons encampment. Sweet Spot. Played by Adam and Chew. It's 2 clicks away. Get him here. Fast. We could use some extra firepower. Get Wildstrike down here, played by Mike M. I know he's an ex-con, but he's still the best damn gunner I know. The cons are breaking through. We need more soldiers. Carapace, Rex, where are you two? You're the toughest bots I know, played by Patrick Finn and Rob Muller. Springer's been hit. We need a medic. Get Pythagoras over here, played by Matthew G. If we don't make it out of this, tell Mission Command that Empire of Rust was created, written, and GM'd by Michael Ordway. And to support the podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Listen to the Transmissions Network for all the latest Transformers news and media. Oh, this is bolts. Wreck and roll.